Alright everyone, I want to talk for a minute about organogenesis. So we have the three germ layers, right? The endoderm, the mesoderm, the ectoderm. And these are going to, we're going to generate our organs from these three layers. Alright, so let's start with the ectoderm. The ectoderm, the most outer area, this is going to form the epidermis. But most notably, it's going to form the nervous system. So when you hear ectoderm, I want you to think nervous system. And the formation of the nervous system from the ectoderm is going to be called neurulation. All right, so we're going to have a neural plate, and this neural plate is going to start to close inward. Neural plate, and it's going to start as we have the transverse folding. Neural plate is going to start to curve, and it's going to close. If it doesn't close, you're at risk for getting spinal bifida. So, but if it closes, then the nervous system can start to form as it should. All right, so we have the neural plate. We're going to form the neural tube. Oh, let's draw it over here. Neural plate, neural tube, and you're going to form the primary brain vesicles from that neural tube. The forebrain, the midbrain, the hindbrain that we talked about way back in chapter 12 in 141. All right. We also have neural crest cells that are going to migrate throughout the body. And so these are going to be in the PNS and in the CNS. And this is really fascinating. These cells, they travel, and they have to get to where they need to be in order to have the correct neural connections that the embryo and then later the human is going to need. All right. Another, so that was the ectoderm. We also have the mesoderm, another germ layer. All right. So the mesoderm, we're also going to have migration here. We start with these somites that are lined up by the notochord along on either side of the notochord. And they are going to migrate throughout the body. And depending on where it is, as a somite, that's what it's going to be as it migrates. All right, so we have a sclerotome. That's going to be the vertebrae and the rib. Think skeleton, sclerotome. We have the dermatome, which is going to be dermis of the skin. Dermatome, dermis. The myotome, think like muscle. These are going to be the skeletal muscles. All right, so what do you want to know here? You want to know somites, migration. And these three are good to know. They're fun. All right, last but not least, we have the endoderm. And this is going to form the digestive, respiratory, urinary system glands like the thyroid and the thymus. And remember, the digestive is also coming partly from the yolk sac. A quick way to remember what these are. Ectoderm, I want you to always think nervous system. Ectoderm, nervous system. Mesoderm, you know what? You could think of Bio 141. We learned about in Bio 141, except for the nervous system, all the way up until chapter 11, mesoderm. And endoderm is basically Bio 142. This isn't exact, but it's if you blank on an exam and you need a quick reminder, okay, well, shoot, where did that system come from? Well, if we learned about it in Bio 142, it was endoderm. If we learned about it in Bio 141 and it's not neural, then it's mesoderm. If it's a nervous system, it's ectoderm. All right, guys, I hope that helps. That's organogenesis in a nutshell.